Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome to episode 6 of my Symphogear AXZ reaction series. Back here again, it's Friday, more Symphogear today. As I kind of inferred last week, I wanted to kind of switch it up, where I've done a couple of episodes of Symphogear, a couple weeks in a row, and then I did kind of two of my other shows, and kind of one of Symphogear here just to make up for it. I don't know if you can tell by the lighting, it's relatively late on Friday, so I think this will be conducive to getting a video out on time anyway. If this is a bad stopping point, so be it, I guess. That's about where I'm at today, a little bit on the tireder side, but it is what it is. Got the YouTube comments up here from last week. I've got about 10 or so that I'll go through before we jump into episode 6. Last week's episodes were pretty good, but still very setup-y IMO. We're still waiting for that other shoe to drop, whatever this Adam plan is to eventuate. That's where I think we're at right now. First couple of comments, or first few comments, I guess, from Bonnie. It's time for tomato fours, kind of metaphors X tomato, which is, yes, it is most definitely what we're doing. It's very obvious that we're leading that metaphorical way. And kind of makes the inference that if the sweetest tomatoes are the ones that endure the harshest times, is Chris the sweetest of them all, considering that she hasn't stopped having difficult times throughout the entire duration of the show. So shoutouts to Chris. She's definitely resilient, I'll give her that. Next comment here, some extra thoughts on the opening. Forgot to mention, the countdown reminds me a lot of the first opening for Mob Psycho 100, which is an excellent opening, so it's a good thing to try to emulate, I guess, or if you're said in the same sentence as, then you're probably pretty good. I love the shot of Chris rapid-firing unlimited arrows Legolas style. I need to keep an eye out for this one. It's probably in the action part of the opening, I would imagine. Then we go into our more specific kind of episode-relevant stuff. The book Tiki is reading is Little Red Singing Hood, which you may remember is the alias Chris tried to fool Elf9 with at the start of GX. It's the in-universe story of the Symphogears. Oh yeah, I remember this actually, right? It's like they're justifying the Symphogears' existence to the rest of the world, and there's some weird canon around that, potentially. Yeah, it was briefly mentioned at the start of GX by somebody, I remember. I can't say I was suspicious of the granny straight away. Maybe like the first few seconds, I was like, there's a rando just walking out. Maybe it's somebody in disguise or something. But no, she seems very sweet, probably even too sweet. And yeah, this made a lot of sense. I think somebody else mentioned it as well. Team Dongo. So Dongo makes a whole lot more sense than Neapolitan ice cream, but I understand the need to translate. Okay, so maybe I'll need to look, like, kind of listen out for the actual dialogue instead of just reading the subs, because this, yeah, again, fits way more than Neapolitan ice cream for mine. And yeah, the other translation for primary colors would have been traffic lights, since Japan has red, yellow, and blue lights. I did not know this. Sure. That's interesting. So in Monogatari, we talk a lot about traffic lights, and I haven't seen that. Or maybe I'm just not noticing. Again, colors have never been my strong suit. Chris's transformation was particularly good this season. I actually really liked it. The part where she generates a bow of energy that turns into her armor. Yeah. There's lots of... I really liked Kirika's as well. It was full of personality that is relevant to her. I think they're exceeding what they've done previously, if that makes any sense. Like, they're kicking it up a notch as we head towards our final-ish seasons, so that's good. I've heard nothing but good things about the transformation sequences next season, so looking forward to them as well. Yeah, kind of a role reversal for Blue Friend as well. She gets her own coffee from someone else after getting so many coffees for other people. Elder Kazunari seems bad. No more Ignite. We need to find some other way to fight that'll power us up and blah, 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 blah. I'd imagine that Elf9 maybe has some more answers there. We'll see. And yeah, Praladi's weapon, massive Kendama. Quite fitting considering she's the one that prioritizes fun over anything else, basically. I think there was only one line of dialogue earlier. I think we'll... It's interesting, right? Do we need to dive into the evil team's backstories more? Do we? Or can they just exist as kind of fun characters that are just a bit goofy and that follow Sanjaman into whatever she wants to do? I think either version's valid. This is another great point, kind of Carol's actions. So, correct me if I'm wrong, seasons 4 and 5 of Symphogear, those are the ones that were planned from the beginning, or not from the beginning, but you know what I mean. So 4 and 5 were planned in tandem. So they were like, hey, we can actually go and build off of something we've done in the past in a believable way and make it all feel a little bit more interconnected when in reality it probably wasn't. I think they're doing a good job there. Oh yeah, he is very JoJo. Great point. Yeah, Adam is super JoJo between the costume and the being naked and the being all powerful. Yeah, that works a fair bit. Absolute man service on him too. And yeah, this is something I misunderstood. It wasn't a nuke per se. It had the power of a nuke, but it transmuted all life in that area to gold. So when he kind of made that big, and then it goes underground to the people that are potentially working down there and other people in the area, blah, 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 blah. It's going to transmute that human life into gold like an alchemist would. And that's what he's holding in his hand at the end. Okay, so that's a little bit more nefarious than I thought. Jeremiah and Bonnie with very similar comments here about the return of Dr. Ver. We will never be rid of Dr. Ver, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I don't know. I'm coming around, maybe. Kinda. When he's not like the focus, he's not too bad. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to like break down this line during the reaction portion or during the analysis portion. Excuse me, last week. This is a crazy line, especially. I think they're playing off the VA and their performance very well. I think it works a lot and gives the character a lot of personality. And yeah, Vitaly Kuzmin, I should say. A number of Symphogear enjoyer reactions, numbering them out, which is nice. And lots of little corrections and that kind of thing. Has the feel of a JoJo character. Across all of my series, you'd probably be dead. Like, I can't pronounce shit. I'm bad. I'm terrible. I don't know why I have a channel where I talk, a lot, way too much. Oh yeah, and kind of explaining impact frames in both this part and this part. Okay, so this effect means that their Ignite module got disintegrated, so they can't even use it anymore? There's not even that choice? Interesting. One to follow, maybe. Next comment here by Luna, shouting out this line again, the estrogen boiling my brain. And a little trans flag here too, am I wrong? Yeah, shout outs. Oh yeah, and just kind of talking a lot about Cagliostro's dialogue. I didn't find it, yeah, it's just kind of her. You know what I mean? It's her demeanor. I'm not like judging it out of context. It's being said by a character that would say stuff like that. So I think it's justifiable. The tiki stuff is strange with Adam, for sure. But again, it's personality for the show. It's, I'd rather that than boring stuff. You know what I mean? It's a weird one. I don't like justifying that kind of stuff when I don't have to, but I don't feel like it's that bad here, if that makes any sense. Seraph Armoros with a few more scattered thoughts here. As Adam said in the end of episode 4, he was performing this word, again, bad at pronunciation, the means by which was nuclear fission, so yeah, he turned everybody into gold. He's like OP as fuck. He's like crazy. He's the most powerful person we fought. Fina was pretty damn powerful too, but yeah, probably by a pretty large margin, you would think, right? He's setting up like major villain vibes, like overall villain vibes, because again, are these last 2 seasons linked? Are we going to have a conflict that isn't completely solved by the end of season 4? By the end of AXZ, And Adam has a real world reference, a real world counterpart, I guess you would call them. Again, I'm not even going to try here. But he was a German philosopher, professor of civil law, later canon law, and founder of the Illuminati. That's pretty crazy. Okay. And then, yeah, we're linking that into Bavarian Illuminati, of course. We finally meet old man Fudo Kazanari. I think I was calling him Kamakura, which was incorrect. Kamakura is the name of the location. Correct me if I'm wrong. And yeah, just remember that Tsubasa's biological dad, this guy, was over 80 years old when she was born. So you want to talk about conception? It's pretty rough. He's still kicking though. He's still got it in him. That's pretty. That's good for 80, but it's also not good because he's like evil. So we don't like evil people. The line about the 6 harmonies from Hibiki is a reference to the fighting style Bajikwan, I'm gonna say. Though it's also a Kung Fu movie reference too, I'm sure, which is probably where they're getting it from. But Bajikwan is generally considered the weapon fighting style specializing in spears, though Hibiki uses it empty-handed, because she's meant to have Gungnir, which is a spear, but, here's my armed gear, it's my hands, We've been through all that. It focuses a lot on short, powerful impacts, as Hibiki might say, fast, short, and direct. And Elf9's direct feedback system is based on the system used to control Miku in G. That's pretty mad. How did we find that out? Did we just infer that? Or is there some lore there? That's pretty crazy. And of course, Kasogtha's comment, always rounding us out at the end. Don't worry too much about the spelling errors. I'm so in some of my other series now, I'm using a Google Doc and showing notes and that kind of stuff. And I kind of wish I started one of those for Symphogear, but I didn't, and it's probably too late to start now. You'll see all my spelling errors too, all through that thing. But yeah, I enjoy the post-night shift novellas. They're quite nice. Explaining the kind of tiki little red singing hood thing again. And yeah, me getting this wrong initially. Small white-headed child suffering. I thought it must be Chris, but unfortunately not. Well, not unfortunately. That'd be weird if I wanted her to get hurt. No, I don't. Okay, this is a different lens, right? Especially if we're considering like bad stereotypes, derogatory stereotypes towards transgender people, then maybe we could be like, this is a little bit weird. I don't know. I thought it was fun, but again, I'm not close to the issue enough to say. Adam going through doing his gold making shit. He's going crazy, turning people into gold. There's some nice, cute, goofy Shirobe Kirika moments. I think we're inferring the stuff like near the tomato field where she's got like the binoculars and they're going crazy. I liked that. The Neapolitan stuff again, changing from dango, tricolor dango to what we have in the translation. It's actually, yeah, it's decent localization. Like Neapolitan ice cream from tricolor dango. That's pretty good. And yeah, again, same stuff with the traffic light trio, I guess we're calling them now. Yeah, the missile physics was going crazy too. That was fucking mental. Like the missile's just standing still. Like that's not how missiles work. Oh, this is familiar to me. Like Jin and Ki and Shen and this kind of stuff. I see. Okay. And yeah, obviously vastly simplifying things because we're not going to do a whole seminar on what I'm guessing is a whole lot of Eastern philosophy infused in this martial art, I'm guessing. So that'd be a whole other course to take to understand some of that. The FIS experiments Mamu on reflection, I shall leave this bit for another episode. Maybe we go into this a little bit more. Because Mamu seemed kind of like crazy bad. Like she was terrible to the kids. Like I didn't think she was that bad in G. Like she was definitely resilient. She didn't stop not dying. But yeah, she was pretty evil in those flashbacks, which was kind of mad. Chris bringing out the reflectors. I never noticed the reflectors. Yeah, okay. So beat Kadingir briefly. Didn't beat Miku. I remember that. And the Triluminati Love Hearts did not beat either. No. And yep, lots of Philosopher's Stones rolling around. Adamu is here. The suit is absolutely wild. Fan art Carol wears it better though, especially with her much more fabulous hat. Get that fedora out of here. He is a fedora-loving freak. I don't like that. There's a cool contrast here with the Lapis Faust robes. We have metaphysical transmutation of gold. With Adam, we have literal transmutation of gold via nuclear fusion. Keywords even called that. Practically speaking, making gold like that is impractical as heck. You need tons of alchemy mojo, and you get barely anything out of it, save the fireworks display, but it's hell of a flex. He definitely is very, very powerful. Yep, anti-ignite, can't use ignite. Ignite no longer work that bad. Tiki's unquenchable robo-thirst, or how stylish San Germain is without the coat, and some seriously gay lyrics from Kirika's little song there before she, like, dies again. No, but here we're referring to Kamakura as Kazunari Fudo. I don't know. Am I stupid? Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I need to investigate this. I don't know. Yeah, either way, he sucks. And the kind of meeting that, yeah, as I said, the Japanese respect culture thing is obviously a kind of undertone that we, the Western audience, probably don't understand as much. That's why it felt jarring how Yatsuhiro and Genjiro were really respectful. Yeah, there's some crazy stuff like super ship stuff between Hibiki and Miku. Like, they were like, did you see like Hibiki's face right towards the end? She was like really into it. I don't know. Are they actually going to unironically be like they love each other? Because they do. But it's one thing to like put a bunch of stuff on screen that says it and outright say it. You know what I mean? And then yeah, Dr. Ver's back. Unfortunately, Adam is definitely the fedora wearing faux intellectual 4chan neckbeard type. So scummy, I love it. Just when he's like sitting there like reading the book with his fedora on. Just like not my cup of tea. I like him better when he's making big nuke explosions. I guess a little bit of a recap before we jump in. We're clearly going to do like a Maria Elvenine fight, something equivalent there, where we're going to find out some stuff about Linker, how it kind of links to a certain part of the brain from memory, and how that's going to make everything okay. And we're going to use Maria's relic, or by extension, Serena's relic, for that purpose. Yeah, there's definitely something going on in that regard. With everybody else, we're off to fight the like giant mega noise that was like King Ghidorah, and everybody's just hanging out there waiting for another conflict. I feel like we're moving into a pretty big fighting kind of montage even between what we have going on. Episode 5 last week was very, very set-uppy in that regard. This kind of we kind of sometimes do like a mid-season fight. This kind of feels like it, like almost like a mid-season climax. So yeah, looking forward to that stuff. We have the Kazunari Fudo stuff kind of chilling in the background a little bit. That'll come to fruition eventually. Apparently something about a defense bill that we need to keep an eye on. Other than that, I think we're just ready to dive in, but not without my shill stuff. If you like the video, consider liking the video. If you like the video and you want to see more, consider subscribing to the channel. Comment below anything you thought about the episode, anything I can do to improve my presentation, comment below. I'm doing follow for follow on Twitter, so follow me on Twitter if you'd like me to follow you back, and the Discord, join Discord, love Discord, 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 Discord. And yeah, diving into episode 6 of Symphogear AXZ right now. Rightio, got episode 6 of Symphogear AXZ up here ready to go. Let me pop that up there. 23 minutes and 40 seconds on this one, so sync up accordingly. As always, D-Truck subs, picture-in-picture version provided in the description below. And yeah, just going to give it a 3, 2, 1 and jump right in. Rightio? 3, 2, 1, go. Hello, spaceship. Oh yeah, they were kind of on top of this, I remember. Excuse me? Oh, to the gods. Okay. Perfection. What's not perfect about the Symphogears? Yeah, and then you guys are in trouble too. Oh yeah, I remember like the super dramatic candles. Okay, so we're sending Blue Friend to the bridge and we're going to watch these two. Well, that's going to make them worry, right? Yeah, me neither. That dialogue was kind of hilarious. It actually feels like it's been super long since I've seen Symphogear. It's a thing I'm running into as well. It feels like I record Symphogear twice now because I record Revue Starlight, which isn't the same, but it's similar in that I'm reading songs and it has like basically an all-female cast, and the songs reflect personality traits and stuff. Show's about singing, you know? Yeah, I kind of got off work like an hour ago, and then I sat, and then I like scrolled TikTok for a while and had a coffee. So that's about where I'm at this afternoon. Yeah, I'm looking out for this part where Chris shoots arrows, like Legolas. Okay, lots of Kiriko. Yeah, okay. I see. Like just like rotating him through. It's like a gun. Oh yeah, and then we got that opening change last time too. I remember. Hello, Ver. You goddamn scenery chewer. I think it tracks. I think it's a pretty good representation of what a goober. Okay. Well, that's good. Yeah, that's what we want. What is this costume on Mario too? I thought we were gonna fight. You seemed pretty evil. He's shooting out the smoke. Okay, we're staying together. That's good. Oh, okay. Interesting. Not a lot of build up for this. We kind of saw Hibiki and Ko just kind of running away. Gungunir. Yeah, she's mad. Well, this is new. Am I wrong? It's been so long. You know what this reminds me of? There's a part in Neo Automata that's very similar to this. Kind of like a battle at sea, I guess you would call it. Yo, that's... How is she controlling that midair? Like, she does love spinning. That's never going to be, false. Okay, it's like feeding the noise out of itself, too. Oh no, we've seen Eat Lightning Crap Thunder before. Maybe it's not a new song. I don't know. I'll go and check once I'm done. Oh, busted a new one. Okay, Hibiki. Well, I mean, based on the pacing of the episode, this isn't going to work. But it seems like it should. Megadeth Infinity, baby. I mean, it seemed pretty effective, though. Oh, is it some straight up Hydra shit? Is it going to grow more heads? No, but it is going to fly back together, though. No, okay, different independent parts. Kinda Hydra, yeah? We're splitting up the team? Yeah. Makes them easier to take out. Iruma base? Why? Speedboat Chris? Well, that's all well and good, but what if it turns into 9? Or, I mean, the alchemists are just like floating around other places too, as well. Okay. That wasn't quite as powerful as our previous punch. You're okay, Hibiki, get up. It does like barf noise though, that's kind of mad. Okay, that was actually really well animated. I thought that looked really good. Yeah, that Hydra tech, right? Oh, it's got like tentacles. Chris, watch out. It's not looking good for our heroes. We may need some backup. It's like a slime, yeah? It's splitting up as well like that. Less like a hydra growing more heads and more like a slime. Okay, where are we? We're in like the cosmos. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I've heard that line like about 1,000,000 times from Mario. I don't know about that. Hmm. This is pretty deep subconscious, yeah? Alright, stay together. Give her like a cuddle or something. What's wrong with you? Oh shit, it's turning like dark. No! Save Elf9! Damn, she got like endgamed. That seemed pretty bad though, yeah? Who's gonna get her out of it? Herself? Oh, that was awesome. She just kicked ass. Okay, we're kind of rallying as a team. You sweating? You miss shots all the time. You just kind of spray and pray. Yeah, I won't miss a shot. I guess she hit eventually. All right, we'll give her some props there. The cargo. I mean, there's still like 3 villainous characters around here somewhere, so why is Hibiki so cool? There's one like sperm getting away. Ooh, water. Great point, me. Yeah, water and drowning are so important, like imagery wise in this show. Huh. Gotta be in it to win it. Okay. That was good. Did Ver help? Okay, no, we're not awake. We're still in like Dreamville. Yeah, who are those 2 adorable children? She loves the whip. She goes crazy. Do you call that a whip? It's like you always see it when teachers used to do like corporal punishment. Ooh, the sub there was fucking neat too. Ooh. Yeah, but why? Male? Get him out of here. We don't do that here. Yeah, so, like, what's your role in this? So we're kind of like giving context to all these like memories we had in the past. Don't give up. She hates it, bro. Who's this random kid? Receptor children. Under protection. Yeah, it's tough, right? Okay. Yeah, the metaphor, yes. It's great that she's participating in the institution with good intentions, but she's still participating in the institution. I guess they didn't really have a choice. I don't know. Of course. It's very pretty lighting. Well, there we go. Okay. A win? If only small? Okay. Indeed. They're like, what's the Pokemon? Dragonair? What's the first one? Dratini, of course. Yeah, but all I'm thinking is these things are like tuckering you out for you to become an easy kill for the actual villains. Oh, there's another airship? I forgot it was the same airship. Okay. Oh shit! Miku! And like the Stroganoff trio. Oh no. Oh, who's that? Oh, okay. Saved? Yo, synchronized like flying out of those like there's some Top Gun shit. Do we get some Shirabe action? I think so. Good old Yo-Yo. This is pretty tight. Yo, what is this? That was kind of mad. Yeah, this one's pretty exceptional. Loves a good amount of genocide, this show. This is a different vibe for her kind of song, though, right? Electrons are also small. Yeah, Elf9. Yeah. Just in time, eh? Thank you, Dr. Ver. Selflessness. Oh, I mean, that works too. You're just chilling at Lydian too. Okay. What, Dr. Ver? Indeed. Okay, this is very positive. Okay. I guess that's how we're linking the two conflicts of the episode together. They seemed like they were sweating on Hibiki using Ignite though. She's a firebender? What? Nope. Don't need drugs. I'm off the drugs. Oh wait, no, they're still on drugs. They're just like good drugs now. We're on good drugs. Charming Death Axel. I mean, they're beating us. Kiss? No? Okay. Turn into like the thing from the end of GX again, where it was like some crazy like bug. Remember that? It was mad. Oh, she's dead? Put a hole in the airship. The whole thing gonna blow up? How? Sure, go for it. Pop off. Well, someone's gonna jump in the way of your bullet. Oh! Hibiki caught the bullet. I agree. Okay, but how did you catch a bullet? No, it's more than a 3-on-3. No, but the school. I guess we destroyed Dratini. It's fine. This calls for Adam to show up and do some random bullshit and ruin everything. Oh. Okay, we're bringing this up again. Yeah, please tell me. Love that calling Hibiki arrogant. The Lunar Ruins? Or Ruins, I should say. Okay. Unique ED? Riz? No. Weird. Okay. So you're like, why are we disagreeing? You know what I mean? How arrogant. We're going to use the power of a god. You think you could assume the place of a god and help us? The lunar ruins? Stargazing? I don't think I'm going to be able to help much on these lyrics. The song's nice, though. Where have I heard this melody? I'm so bad with music. Yeah, so what I thought basically from the start of the episode, we're going to do like action and, peak somewhere at the end, right? Just basically played out the way I thought it would. Um, there's some pretty interesting stuff with like mum and what they used to do, and then incorporating that into the tomato metaphor. I mean, I guess it was to help save the world, right? Yeah, a little bit of analysis on that episode right now. Yeah, pretty light episode this week, I must say. Probably have done the timing a little bit dirty. If somebody can let me know better stopping points for the rest of this, that would help. Because, yeah, now I'm left with an episode that is basically just paying off a lot of what I learned last episode last week. So this is just the payoff. This is what I thought would happen. This is, I guess, the most concrete stuff we have going forward is this Lunar Ruins. We're trusting more in Adam than you guys because he's got a god, and gods are pretty cool. Yeah, so I doubt I'll have as much to say, but we'll see. We always find something to talk about, don't we? At the very least, we've got a Shirabe song to read, so look forward to that at least. This stuff at the very start of the episode's pretty interesting. I like the look on Praladi too. She's like staring into my soul. But if humanity truly wishes to stand as the dominant life form of this planet, it cannot live in subjugation. Alchemy seeks perfection. It cannot fall to the likes of the Symphogear. Keep this in context with the comments we have at the end of the episode as well, right? How arrogant that you think that you could emulate the perfection of this god, of even somebody like an Adam, somebody that's perfected the perfect art of alchemy. You think that you can really help? Don't make me laugh. You are nothing but like a thorn in our side, basically. You're not going to help us, so you're going to hinder us, so we're going to destroy you, basically. But yeah, so the way this episode plays out is we have the main action scene going on here, which is like our three main girls versus this thing that keeps splitting up and splitting up and splitting up, much like a Hydra, much like a classic like Dragon Quest slime almost, right? Like we get different versions of it as it gets smaller. And then the other half, of course, we have Maria in the dream realm with Elf9. But eventually she just kind of relies on herself. Elf9's just kind of along for the ride, which is cool, but I mean, I expected her to do more, maybe? I don't know. It's a weird one. So one of the first things we do is replace Kirika and Shirabe with, or the other way around. Like Blue Friend goes to the bridge. These two like stick around. Again, I was expecting more of a scene when they did this. I was expecting more of a scene of like, Gambate, you can do it. You know all that shit. But no, it didn't really come through. Didn't really like phase through into her dream to give her encouragement, which I thought maybe we would do something like that. So I don't know, maybe an opportunity missed, but also like Maria can do her own shit. Overhearing her saying Dr. Ver, I thought you died must be worrying though. Like I think they undersell it. Like I don't know what's going on. Me neither. And episode 6, back from a fantastic voyage. Or voyage. Put a little bit too much emphasis on it, maybe. But yeah, okay. Fantastic voyage through the mind, I guess? Sure. I mean, again, he's just chewing scenery. He loves to do it. He's very dramatic. He's very over the top. He can sell a scene very, very well. I don't know. I've got way too many compliments for Ver. He still is deranged, but I guess he did help. I don't know. Weird one. We'll give him points. Sure. I'm not above giving him points. Like, everyone just cringes at his presence, though. Like, fair enough. Elf9 theorizes that maybe this is a way of guiding us to the Symphogear connected part of the brain. And then Maria's like, wouldn't Serena be a better choice? But no. No. Let's get a little bit into our philosophy here. This makes a lot of sense, actually. Right? So what are our guides through the mind to get to where we need to go? It's like, Mom. It's like all the hardships in my life up to now, up to and including Dr. Ver. It's because the Symphogear connects to like the selfless part of the brain, the love part of the brain, the part that makes you do harsh things for other people, right? Despite all this bad shit, we're trying to help others, and that's our kind of guide mechanism to where we need to go. That makes a lot of sense, right? Despite adversity, we can overcome it and become stronger and become more connected and become more powerful with our Symphogears. That's actually pretty clever. I like that. Maria yells out to just tell us basically, if you've forgotten, you'll have to reach out and find it by yourself. In the deepest depths of your memories, in the darkest part of your heart, you pull from that kind of stuff and realize that you're still here and can make things better. Despite what has happened in the past, you still have an eye for the future. All this kind of stuff coming together to build kind of meeting around the Symphogears. I like it. And then, okay, like Hibiki just basically kicks ass this episode. Like, there's going to be a lot of me pausing on her just punching the shit out of things. I guess she's feeling inspired after that speech from Miku, right? Oh, yes, and I was going to go check if this song was from the previous episode. I'm pretty sure it is, from like the first one. It most certainly is, I think. This first scene in episode 1, I see. I remember. Yep, I mean, basically just take a screenshot of this image. This is basically the entire episode, right? She just beats ass. She goes crazy. I like this mid-air spin from Tsubasa, though. That was a pretty sick move. So, okay, what's like the Alchemist's deal here? I think they're just trying to make Hibiki, for whatever reason, go into Ignite, and then they'll have an advantage, right? But it doesn't happen because the threat's not big enough. It's weird. She does say she'll bust at a new one and proceeds to do just that in kind of a combo attack with Tsubasa. We're kind of lining up super sword and super punch. And then bang! And then Krista clean up the leftovers. But all this really does is split it into 3 and split up the group. So yeah, head in 3 different directions, split them up. I thought that this is when we would get like alchemists joining in. Once they're not 3 of them at a time. Like, then we would strike, right? When they're alone. That makes sense thematically. Yeah, what is this Iruma base part 2 to provide backup? Yeah, request Iruma deploy code 81. Send Harriers. I didn't see any of this. Okay, maybe this is coming in the future. Are these the Harriers that bring Kirika and Shirabe at the end of the episode? Question mark. I do like how they just like barf noise though. I think that's pretty neat. That's pretty tight. And then Hibiki, as she always does, puts herself before the civilians. She actually likes saving people as opposed to some other superhero adjacent characters. We pace this fight pretty well. I think we see like moments where our main characters falter in each of these fights, but they still get back up, have that persistence to keep going. It's pretty well done. And this was a really neat shot from Tsubasa here, right? This, yeah, very, very well done. Just kind of like a lot of like kinetic movement to it that I really enjoy. And the camera's great, just kind of thrown back when it's supposed to. Did Chris like fall on a street sign? What the fuck was this? What happened there? I know she got shot by some lasers, but that's a bit random. And then we're back in the dream realm. We're going to hear all of Maria's deepest, darkest fears. I want to be strong, thus I want to hide away my weakness. How can people accept me like this? I have to project outward strength even though internally I'm weak. A lot of the Maria themes we've gone through so far in the rest of the show, basically. Even if I have to lie even to myself. Think back to the first scene in G, where she's like, keep calm. What did she say? Something to that effect. You know what I'm talking about. When she's both talking to everybody at the concert and herself. And yeah, it kind of really takes over her in this moment, right? And leads her to shut even Elf9 out. If I wanted someone to hold my hand, I had to reach out to them myself. But what if they pushed my hand away? So you were always the person initiating, and if the other person didn't reciprocate, what would happen? That's one of your deepest, darkest fears. And then I like how our scene's getting progressively darker, almost like Luigi's Mansion style. She's just like ghosting out, turning into some fucking aberration. Like this where she disintegrates, that's a cursed gif. Like honestly. Yeah, this straight after the ad break. She pops the fuck off here. Yo! She's cool. And then like the axe kick to the head of this guy. Then like charge that like the super punch. That's sick. That's like one of the best pieces of action in the show. It's just fucking randomly just there. That's crazy. Like, think about, okay, like I really need to go back to season 1 sometimes, right? Because like this is so much better than that was. Yeah, kind of the sweat dripping from Tsubasa as well. We don't see a lot of like sweat in the show or like blood, really? Well, we see a bit of blood actually. I lie. But just like outward showings of the physical nature of what they're doing. Normally we don't show that. So it was a nice change of pace. Like, hey, they still are human under there. Chris says, I won't miss a single shot, take this. And then misses like a billion shots with the guns, but hits with the missiles. I found that kind of humorous. It can't multiply if you destroy the entire thing. All that's left is the cargo. That's pretty based from Chris, I must say. Numbers were never a problem for me. Yeah, they are. You suck at homework. Don't lie to me, Hibiki. Yeah, then we see that one like Dratini, that one like sperm motherfucker getting away. And yeah, he's going off to threaten Lydian, but then we destroy him with Maria, right? I think that's the implication. Water. Hooray, I get to talk about this. Think of all the times that we've used water. Water is almost like dying. Yeah, I'm drifting down into the dark where I'm like gone. I'm lost to the world. Think about even in season 1, we saw Tsubasa's mental state being described in a very similar way when she's in a life or death situation, almost in like a coma. She's in the water and needs to be pulled out by Kanade. Speaking of, we haven't seen Kanade in yonks. We haven't seen her in ages. I know she's dead, but still. We see this further expanded upon in G, I believe, with Kirika and Shirabe. In that decisive moment, we see Fine save them, right? Or save one of them? I forget. So yeah, kind of our constant, like, I'm on the brink of death kind of metaphor, like down into the dark part of the sea, light up the top, drifting away from the light down below. I'm missing like this, that's almost like very Kingdom Hearts falling like that. That's kind of cool. Will I drown in the darkness I created and vanish into the abyss? I don't know, Maria. The only person that can control this is you. And then Ver kind of saves the day. When it comes to Symphogear compatibility, there's no such thing as miracles. If you want to make that power yours, just keep reaching out. There's no special secret. It's just kind of practice. Just got to keep being in it to win it. I think that's kind of what he's trying to say here. And again, in her darkest moment, reaches out, grasps something, a little bit of light, and yeah, wakes up on almost like a hospital bed, still with Elf9, back in one of her old memories. And then this is okay. This is weird. Mum, right? Okay, doctor, somebody working at FIS, holding out hand for the little children, right? Mum has like the whip, goes, right? You receptor children who've failed to become Fine's vessels, now is the time for you to serve the facility by shedding blood, not tears. Don't fucking be crybabies, you like infants, you like children. Essentially, they're children. You're going to be shedding blood for me now, Mum. But then we're framing this really positively, like she's really pained through this whole process. Like, I get it, right? You're part of an organization that's kind of dubious, that may have some good overall ideas of what we're trying to overall do, but the methods are fucked, and you need to participate in said methods to make things work. Are we framing this as super tough love? If so, I don't think it works. Are we framing it as just Mom being a victim of circumstance? Like this is what she's been given and you know, much like the tomato metaphor, she's trying to make them stronger through this process? I don't know. I don't like it, is my point. It's one thing, again, as I said in the moment, it's one thing to be part of an organization with dubious methods that may have an overall goal that's good, but you're still executed on the dubious methods? I don't know. It's a tough one. Probably what I'm guessing Kosogtha and others probably wanted to talk about when they kind of like, we'll leave this till later. We'll park this. I don't know. We'll see. I sealed away this memory because of the pain and fear, but Mum always looked so sad after hitting me. She still hit you. You know what I mean? It isn't quite hitting right for me. I believe it in context with the rest of what we've seen from Mum, right? In the end, she is a pretty selfless character. Think of what she did for Maria in that kind of flashback with Serena when Serena was dying, right? Kind of saved her, put her life on the line for Maria, broke her fucking legs in the process, right? That works a lot more than whipping children and then feeling kind of bad about it. I don't know. The music's tight though. I'll give it that. Giving up is not permitted here. You agreed to wield and overcome evil, no matter how thorny the path. And then like biting the lip till blood comes out. It's so painful for you. No matter how painful all the experiments were, Mum didn't let a single one of us drop out. And the receptor children who were able to find a brighter future after what happened, it's all thanks to Mum, basically, right? So that we could live, she kept killing herself little by little. Like, emotionally, yeah. But in the process, she was physically hurting you guys. You know? I don't know. I don't know how many different ways I can say it's just not sitting right. Like this is all well and good, right? Like I agree with this. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? We've been through this part of it. But there is a certain ethical part to it where it's like they're like 8. They're 8 years old. I don't know. I think it should be left to the decision of the person in the moment for what is killing them and what is making them stronger. I don't know. I get being thankful for tough love after the fact, but I don't know. Maybe I'm applying too much real world logic to it because I get it. I get what they're trying to say, but yeah, again, not working. I wouldn't have made it this far on kindness alone. Mum's harshness is what tempered our strength. And behind that, we have Carol's dialogue here. I've traced the area of the brain indicated by the electrical signals. We've found it. This warm, deeping caring for others is what connects people and Symphogear. Again, talking to that contrast, which is a lot of a theme in Symphogear emotionally, right? Like kind of framing Mum's actions as selfless for the betterment of the kids, right? Like her tough love in the moment. Like, okay, I think we solved this issue. Just take the whip out of it. I think the whip is throwing me. Whipping kids is so not okay that it's just kind of like put her at a really bad disadvantage to try to make me feel like this is justifiable. Just take the whip out of her hands and I'm kind of with you. I don't know. But yeah, now we got the juice. Elf9 knows the area to link the linker to make the linker link good. Which is why we get our heroic kind of entrance when we do to save the other conflict. It's very well timed in that way and kind of links both sides of the episode pretty nicely. Cool, she like gutter stomps the fuck out of that one noise. But then we notice the big, like, invisible airship in the sky that we should have been focused on the whole time, but it was invisible. Symphogears may be strong, but the hearts of their wielders are easy to break. Have you watched the show? I think you're incorrect. And yeah, okay, so we're attacking where the heart is, which is Lydian, right? Okay, I get that. And yeah, Hibiki thinks to Miku may be in danger. It's time for me to go. And yeah, upon faced with this, impending doom for somebody close to me as well as everybody around me, they're turning up the heat. I reach for Ignite, which is what the alchemists want. Yeah, the moment we've been waiting for. But it's not the time for last resorts yet, because we have, like, Top Gun Maverick duo here to jump out of like some fighter jets and transform. And we have one of my favorite transformation sequences thus far, and I really didn't expect it. It's freaking Shirabes. It's tight. Yeah, the highlight here for sure is the use of the yo-yos. Kind of wrapping around the foot, putting on the boot. Like the triple spin around the back to put I guess you'd call it like the back of the skirt onto the gear. And then like almost like DJ arms here, right? Like going crazy, like spinning. Like this is a crazy screenshot. Yeah, bringing it all together, and the pose at the end's kind of derpy, but yeah, that was really really good. They're really again turning up the heat with these transformation sequences. They've been quite good this season. And then yeah, we got a new song for Shirabe that I will read, as they kind of just beat ass. Genocide on my sword blade, rebirth on the tip of my knife. If you cry, I'll make it more painful. Don't underestimate me because I'm small. Electrons are also small, but currents can still kill you. Understand? Sure. What the fuck is this? They get lyrics in the bridge? These guys are living large. What the fuck? That's crazy. Look at this tech. I never noticed. Has that been in the entire show? I've never noticed that. That's insanity. My heart just refuses harmony. As we have, like, vital, stable Symphogear recoil levels within acceptable levels. Anyway, spoke weird there, but, like, refuses harmony is in harmony with the linker. I don't know. All I want is her love, her skin on mine? The moon can't shine alone? Hey, yo, that's racy. Simultaneously, we have Elf9 kind of explaining this whole linker side to it. Kind of the right part of the brain, representing the wish to protect another even at the cost of oneself. We end up calling it Revue. It needs both to become one. Only together, we are who we are. Sure. Love is a way to become stronger and support each other. Yeah, as we see Maria protecting the school. She went to Lydian and kind of intercepted so Hibiki didn't have to. And gives that final shout out to Ver. I still think he's coming back season 5. I'll bank on it. Science can't explain to you someone's heart. That's why I sometimes hurt the things I touch, because you're also like a saw blade. That would make sense. There's no one I want to give more pain than the pain of a knife. Did I read that right? Yeah, I did. What? uh, because you hate knives because they hurt people? I don't understand. Then Cagliostro says that she's on crack, but she's not. She's just on the that good linker now. I wish we could just understand each other. If we can fulfill our potential, then I hope we can fly together. And yeah, they're kind of beating us. This is reflecting previous in the show where we've had Prelati and Cagliostro versus Shirabi and Kirika, and it hasn't gone as well. They're flying high. They're on that good shit and feeling good. It's a climactic end to probably a scene that could have a little bit more tension. Again, I'm contrasting it with kind of the masterclass that was the one in the middle of GX, which just kept upping and upping and upping and upping what we had. It was kind of like, Kirika and Shirabe versus Noise, then Mika, then they lost, and then we had Hibiki jump in, and then we had, Carol transform, and then we had Ignite mode, and then we had, I think I got that wrong. There's Chris and Tsubasa in there somewhere too, but you know what I mean, right? But this one, it was a little bit more like just against Noise, which didn't really give me that next level thing. But that still could be coming in this next episode. We're not out of the woods yet. I want us to fight together until our souls are nothing but ash. It's pretty intense. Oh, we have almost kiss here too. They get kind of crazy. Just smooch. What are you guys doing? My love, do not lose faith. We will make it to the dawn, so don't let go of my hand. Hand holding. Symphogear. Hell yeah. The dawn, the light, out of the dark. A lot of themes of the episode coming together there. That's pretty good. Then we have a dream. The giant sword blade on Sanjaman's barrier, but they eventually break through the entire airship in the process. It's kind of metal. It's nice to have a big pop-off moment for Kirika and Shirabe, though, right? Since they've been, gimped this whole time, basically, right? It's, they're back to full power. Feels good. Then this is weird, right? Okay, so I thought this was setting up. So Sanjaman shot a bullet out of a love heart gun. I thought this was setting up, dramatic self-sacrifice, Shirabe jumping in front of Kirika. That old chestnut. But no, Hibiki just kind of jumps in and catches the bullet. There. Huh? Okay. Sure. And yeah, it isn't just Hibiki, the whole gang's here. And this is where Hibiki really gets to pop off and do her whole, talk no jutsu, whole idea, right? And I thought it was, gonna work this time, but it didn't really at all. Look at her. She's just going for her life, right? Bavarian Illuminati, change your ways. Why are we even fighting? We all want the same thing if it's for the betterment of mankind. Work together, how arrogant. With the power of God in our hands, we will tear down the curse of Belial. We'll seize the lunar ruins. And that's all we get, right? Okay, in the background, is that the fucking chateau? Am I dumb? Or is it some other thing that got destroyed on top of two different towers? I don't know. Maybe I'm just dumb. I've been dumb before. Yeah, and that's all we get. I kind of extrapolated upon the idea of arrogance, right? Hibiki thinking that she can help in the place of a god, right? That's kind of mad. But also, you just don't trust the Symphogears because they're not alchemy and not pure and all that BS. Yeah, Lunar Ruins. That's where we're going. Probably Adam and Tiki have been messing about there as well. Unique ED. I don't really even know what to say. It just kind of goes through. I don't even know what language it is and says a bunch of relic names. Is this all of their little relic songs together? Because it has that similar melody. I don't know. I'm sure somebody can elaborate on that a little bit more. But yeah, that's it for the episode, really. I don't really have much to say about the ED song. But yeah, looking forward to next week. I wonder if we're going to expand upon what we just learned from the other three girls, from the alchemists. So yeah, shorter episode this week. But yeah, we'll catch up next week with two more. Again, more info on stopping points so I can avoid situations like the split between 5 and 6 again. That'd be great. But yeah, seemingly we're going to see what Adam's up to next with the lunar ruins. We've kind of powered up Kirik and Shirabe again, so we're out of our linker hell space, and everyone should be on decent power level. I still don't know how we're going to beat these like alchemist girls because they seem pretty strong with the whole Faust robe situation, and Adam's just broken. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Some of the mum stuff this episode was a little bit sketchy, to say the least, but the rest of the episode was quite good, especially the action. They stepped up that portion of it a lot. Music's always good. It's Symphogear. At this point, I'm just in for the ride. I'm in for the long haul. Just chill stuff before I leave. Again, if you like the video, consider liking the video. If you like the video and you want to see more, consider subscribing to the channel. Comment below anything you thought about the episode, anything I can do to improve my presentation, comment below. I'm doing follow for follow on Twitter, so follow me on Twitter if you'd like me to follow you back, and the Discord. Join Discord. Love Discord, 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 Discord. And yeah, I'll be back next week, probably with a couple of episodes of Symphogear. Please look forward to it. Rightio, catch you guys later. Bye-bye.